Thanks for watching Sweet Tea TV. Please like, share, and subscribe. Jennifer Hudson's sister makes a phone call to 911. She stated that she found her mother on the floor with a gunshot wound. There was blood everywhere, and there was a bullet hole through the front door. She also added information that was not necessarily needed to be added, such as, "I just got home from work." She started the phone call off saying that her mother was dead, and the operator was very disrespectful and rude, but however, later through the phone call, if you guys listened close, he asked her, was her mother dead? And she said she didn't know. But she started the phone call off as, "My mother is dead, someone killed my mother." Pay attention and listen closely, guys. Also, may I add, Jennifer Hudson's sister later stated, too, I guess she was talking to someone in the background, "I found her, I was so scared, all I could do was run." She really didn't even know how old her mother was. What do you mean all you can do is run? You didn't try to do CPR to save your mother's life? What were you running from? What were you so scared of? This is your mother. She was hurt. She was bleeding. She was wounded. She was dying. What child runs away from their mother if they're down and shot? What do you mean you're scared? You were too scared to save your mother's life? And what everybody was missing out on, including William Balfour's mother, William Balfour was in the background with Jennifer Hudson's sister at the time of this phone call. Like I said, guys, we have to pay attention to details. He was saying something about getting his clothes. They broken up. He was in the 911 phone call. Listen closely if you have to keep rewinding this. William Balfour was in the background with Julia, which is her name, Jennifer Hudson's sister, at the time of this 911 phone call. So how could he possibly had kidnapped Julian and taken him out of the home? To furtherly go on to prove this, well, I can't really prove it, but if you can listen to Jennifer Hudson's sister, she keeps making it like she's out there all by herself. We know that's not true.
How's it going?
Somebody's killed my mama. Oh my God.
I don't understand what you're saying. You gotta stop screaming.
Somebody killed my mother. Somebody killed my mama, please.
Somebody did what?
Somebody killed my mother.
Somebody killed your mother.
Please help me. Please help me.
Where are you? What's the address?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Does she need an ambulance?
I don't know. I'm scared. Please. Somebody, please for the ambulance. Yes.
Hold on. Hold on the line. Don't hang up. Oh my God. I can help you? Where are you? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm making a shot. Can you please to the ambulance, please?
What happened?
I don't know. She's on the floor. I see blood coming from her head.
Is she breathing?
I don't know. I didn't touch her. I just ran up the house.
Do you know what happened? Did she fall?
No, I just got home from work. There's a bullet hole in our front door.
There's a bullet hole in your front door?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 57 years old. Please help my mama.
Alright, are you guys in the house?
Yes, please listen to the ambulance.
Alright.
My mama.
The ambulance is on the way. I'm the police.
Yes. Okay. Please. Where's my brother at? What happened? Go to the house. Someone with my mama, and I don't know what she's in the house on the floor.
You want clothes?
I looked out the door. I went in the house with my mom. And she on the floor. I did nothing. All I had to do was run. I don't know what Julian is or nothing. And I'm here by myself.
If you guys were listening closely, you can hear William Balfour saying, "I need my clothes." And then just right after he says that, Julia says, "I'm here by myself." She wants this to be recorded on the 911 call as if William Balfour was not around. And this is how they used him as a ploy in this sacrifice. Pay attention, guys. If you cannot hear the 911 recording clearly, please rewind this video back to this part of the video. Put on some headphones and listen closely. You can clearly hear William Balfour. William Balfour was the estranged husband of Julia Hudson, and he was taken into custody the day the first two bodies were found, and he was held for 48 hours. He was taken into custody by the Illinois Department of Corrections on a suspended parole violation. Balfour was married to Julia Hudson in 2006, but they had separated at the time of the shootings. He was thrown out of the Hudson home by Julia's mother in the winter of 2007. According to those reports, he denied any involvement with the Hudson case and denied statements that he had been seen with a gun. Guys. But he remained in police custody at that time, and he's still there now. Balfour served almost 7 years in prison after being convicted of attempted murder, vehicular homicide, and a carjacking possession of a stolen vehicle. He was on parole at the time that the murder took place. Balfour was arrested at the Stateville Correctional Center, where he was being held on those parole charges at the time. The prosecutors believed that the shootings at the Hudson family home were the result of an argument that Balfour had had with Julia about another man. Okay, investigators learned that Balfour tried to get a former girlfriend, Brittany Howard, to provide him with a false alibi for the day of the murders. Quote, this is what they said he said. "I'm going to kill your family." According to court records, Balfour threatened to kill members of the Hudson family on at least 24 occasions before the 3 murders took place in October of 2007. Assistant State Attorney James McKay said that the threats began shortly after Balfour and his wife Julia had broken up and he moved out of the family house. McKay said that Balfour told Julia, "If you ever leave me, I'm going to kill you. But I'm going to kill your family first. You will be the last one to die." I do not believe this, guys. That's just Gregory, which is Julian's dad. That's his name, Gregory, from 83rd and Vincennes, okay? Gregory was in Julian's life, and then he wasn't in Julian's life. So if you guys listen to the phone call when she said, "And I don't know where Julian is," you said your mom. But you didn't say, "Where is my baby? Where is my baby? Where is my baby?" I would have been screaming in the 911 call, "Where is my baby?" Not, "And I don't know where Julian is." Okay? This girl wanted to be free. Jennifer wanted to be free. And we don't see anything that her sister is doing to this day to prove how much she misses her son, just like Mystical. This was a baby that was murdered and taken out of that home that day. Now check this disturbing testimony out that Julia made during the murder trial that William Balfour was convicted of. So Jennifer Hudson stated first that none of us wanted her to marry him, in which she was talking about Balfour. Jennifer Hudson told the jury that at the time we did not like how he treated her. Okay, so Jennifer Hudson's sister, Julia, testified that Balfour was so jealous that he would even become angry when her son Julian kissed his mother. He would tell the 7-year-old to get off of my wife. This is what Julia testified that William Balfour said. I highly doubt that. Brittany Al Howard testified that William Balfour asked her to cover up for him on October 24th, 2008. So the day of the Hudson family murders, when they were killed, Howard told the jurors that Balfour helped her by buying her a prom dress and treated her like he was a sister. He told me, "If anybody asks you, I've been out west all day," Howard stated. In response to a specific prosecution witness, she said that Balfour had asked her to lie for him. Mrs. Howard was paid off by Jennifer Hudson's family. We are not stupid. Julia had a conversation. This was all set up. However, guys, there was no DNA but the gunshot residue. So the Illinois State Police evidence analyst told the jurors that the gunshot residue was found on the steering wheel of Balfour's vehicle and the ceiling of the Suburban which Jillian was found in. His testimony followed by that of another analyst, Pauline Gordon, who said that no traces of Balfour's DNA were found on the murder weapon. Jennifer Hudson left her mother in Chicago, in the hood, in the swamps, okay? She left her mother in a piece of shit ass house. She transferred herself out to Hollywood and began planning the sacrifice. She had to go through the pledges. And meanwhile, her mother did not know what was going on. She felt so bad that she had to take someone with her. She had to make sure that someone was going to survive. She couldn't let Julian survive. Julian didn't have a father. Jennifer did not want to take care of him. Her brother was too busy selling drugs and he wanted to stay in the hood. And so her mom wanted to stay there too, but she left her mom there. How about just buy her house, bring her out, fly her out and say, Mom, this is your house. She never attempted to get her mother out because she was going to sacrifice her family. However, she left her sister, and both of them are going to take this to their graves, guys. They really are. She promised to take care of her sister. You can have more children. I don't think her sister wants any more children. And no wonder why Jennifer Hudson's husband took sole custody of their child, because Jennifer Hudson is a child killer. He knows that. He's a part of the pledge too. And he's saying, oh, you will not be sacrificing our son next. You sacrificed your nephew, you would sacrifice our son. And this is what you guys are not paying attention to. Why is it that Jennifer Hudson's husband took custody of her son, took her son away from her? Pay attention, guys. And so now Jennifer Hudson did all of these big for a Grammy girl, for a Emmy, whatever award she got. You did the biggest sacrifice ever. And you're out of the game, sister. You lost. That was only temporary. Your family was going to be for a lifetime. Hadn't they been murdered, they would have grown old. The brother could have had children. Julian could have had children and went to college. Jennifer Hudson sacrificed her family, guys. They set William Balfour up. I've tried my best to prove that in this video. You can clearly hear William Balfour in the background with Jennifer doing the 911 call, with Julia, during the 911 call, stating he wants his clothes. They got into it. He was put out. He met somebody else and he was coming to get his clothes, but he did not know he was going to be going to prison for life for a murder he did not commit. Like the video, comment, hit the notification bell, and thanks for watching.